Hi, this is International Master Thomas Rendle, and today I'm going to be continuing my series of lectures on recent trends in the French defence. In previous videos, I've been recommending a system against the French Tarrasch, which was in this line 3 knight d2, and I've been recommending a6 on move 3. But today I'd like to move on to something slightly different, and I'd like to cover 3 knight c3, which is arguably the most theoretical of all of the lines against the French defence. What I'm going to recommend is going to try and sidestep as much of this theory as possible. For example, if black was to play bishop b4 in this position, this would be the French Winawer, but that gets highly theoretical after e5, c5 for example. Now white can do lots of things, but let's say we go down the main line with a3, and then black can play knight e7 here, and after queen g4 we enter some very complex positions where black's often sacrificing this pawn on g7. So there's lots of theory there, and I'm not convinced that black's actually okay in some of these positions. An alternative to the craziness of bishop b4 is to simply play e5, but again black needs to know lots and lots of theory here, both after an immediate e5 for white, knight d7, f4, and also after bishop g5 there's a lot of theory to learn, whether you play bishop b4 in this position or bishop e7. So instead of these moves, I'm going to recommend something slightly more unusual, and it does have some theory attached to it, but not as much as the other two variations I've mentioned. I'm going to recommend knight c6 here. Okay, I'd like to get the drawbacks of this move out of the way straight away. Basically, the drawbacks of knight c6 is that it blocks this pawn on c7, which normally in a French defence would advance to c5. But now I'd like to make a more general point about positions in the French defence, which is with this pawn structure of pawns on e6 and d5. Black has a couple of pawn breaks available to him in most lines of the French. For example, let's just take this position for example. We've got this pawn structure where black has pawns on e6 and d5, and white has pawns on e5 and d4. And this comes up in many variations of the French. Now, black not only has this pawn break c7 to c5 in order to undermine white on d4, but black can also play f7 to f6.
We hope you enjoyed this video demo from Chess.com. Subscribe today to finish this video and get unlimited access to our full video library. Your membership also includes access to Chess Mentor, the most advanced interactive training tool available anywhere. You'll also get full access to the Opening Explorer, Tactics Trainer, and much, much more. So sign up today and get serious about improving your game.